Alright, get a bunch of wind. So, we got the groundhog here in the shop. I left the switch on the other day, run the battery down. I'm gonna try to get the charger hooked up on that. Got the air conditioner on. I probably really need to close the door back. I was trying to watch the rain. I've got the train sitting outside. Yeah, that's another story, guys. Don't look. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get the battery charger put on this thing. And I really ain't got a whole lot going right now. We done the water line there on the farm, and it has rained ever since. So you guys know how that is, I'm sure. But see if I can get this around that without stretching it all to pieces. And then I'll hook it up over here on the battery. I probably need to turn that fan off so y'all can hear a little better. Y'all pardon my video because I'm trying to use both hands so I can get this thing over here to hook up. So this thing is very, very aggravating as far as trying to get the battery charger hooked up on it. The hot cable is up and under the floorboard. You can't get in there to it. So what I do is, this is the ground. And that kills me that they put the main cutoff on the ground side. You'd think the hot side would have been the one that they would have wanted to unhook, but whatever. What I usually do is I try to hook to the hot side on the solenoid. That way it goes to the battery. It won't go through the solenoid. It goes back here to the battery, and that's the hot side right there. So I hooked that there, and I've got the main power pulled. I don't know if it'll charge me that pulled or not. I might have to put it back. See if it's on over here. Yep, it says it's charging, so we're good. We got the green light. As long as the green light's flashing. I took these rubber seals out of this lid because it was sealing so tight that it would swell the tank up just about. And I have them, and I actually need to put one back. Maybe there's two of them. There's a clear one, and then there's this one. So one of these needs to go back to save the vibration a little bit. They actually go on the lid, but I'll work with that. I'll figure out which one I want to use to keep it from rattling. The other day the lid was rattling around on it, and I didn't care for that. So I'll figure that out, put it on there, charge the battery back. I need to wire that switch up to the key switch. I just haven't done it. I haven't took the time. My brain's been pickled out with other things. So this, we're getting ready to go. We're going to start pulling this at the pulls that they have here. Well, I say locally, but they're really not locally. They're several miles up the road. But it's in here. I've got the fenders back on it. They're painted. It's not perfect by any means, and I don't care. I didn't intend for it to be perfect. I just wanted it to be one color and not flaking off and all that goody. It's still going to look a whole lot better than what it did. So there it is. You know, I've got the front piece, I've got the side fans, I've got the hood, I've got everything I need for it. I've just got to get right over there. Matter of fact, the front piece, it needs to be welded back together and painted and put back on. and some of this stuff here got broke. I'm not sure exactly how that got broke, but it did. So I'll get all this cleaned up and get this thing straightened up to where we can haul it to the pools and have fun with it. So anyway, when you stay tuned, we get the battery charged up on the groundhog and we'll go do something. Alright, weenies. So seems like I've not really felt all that good here in the last couple of days. It's been about 2 days, yesterday and today. Just feeling pretty draggy. The phone's quit ringing. Not a whole lot to do apparently. So groundhog sitting here. Y'all saw me put the battery charger on it. I got that charged up. Found out what was going on there. It had a battery cable that was loose on the starter solenoid, and apparently it wasn't charging through that. So, but just hanging out here in the shop today, doing a whole lot of nothing. Started to do a live. I guess that was a bad time for a live. I mean, I waited for a while and never could get nobody to come in, so I just canceled that out and we'll move on. I don't really have anything for today, for this season. I usually always try to post a video on Thursday. This is Thursday, so I'm a little behind on my videos. I've been working on this thing. Got started on it finally. Got a little persuasion. It's not going to be perfect, and that's fine with me. It don't have to be. But it and the train have a event to go to in Duffield, Virginia. That's on August the 30th, I think. That's the weekend before Labor Day. So we'll probably have both of these up there. I hope this is done by then. It may not be, but we're going to shoot for it. We're having garden tractor pulls. It'll be all these small tractors like this pulling. They're going to have a kid super stock class. They're going to have the adult stock class. They'll have a modified class, and then they've got a super modified class. I'll be pulling in the stock class. It's a 1050 class. So I'll be pulling in that with this. I've got to flip my hitch over still. I haven't done that yet. I've got to flip it over so it'll be raised up higher. I can gain 2 inches by flipping the hitch. I've got to do that. I've got to put my wheelie bars on the back of it, which I'm going to try to get this wheel off, get it cleaned up, get it painted. I've done that one. Turned out really nice. Looks really good. So I get this one off, get it painted. I'll probably have to take them off to put the wheelie bars on. I'm not sure. We'll see how that works. But I've got a lot of work to do other than this, so I'm not going to worry about this till I get the motor finished, get it running, and get everything straightened out up there. And I'm sure some of y'all probably don't care about this. It's supposed to be excavation. But our hobbies will go on too as well. We're just sharing, part of our life here on the channel. And, it's one of them things that here in the country it's beautiful. There's a lot of little events that they have. They don't have nothing big because of where we're at, like some of the bigger cities and stuff. So it's really something to us to get to do something like this. They don't have it much or very often or whatever. So when you get a chance to do something like this, we do it. So, but the groundhog, on the other hand, is running good. It had 1,000 hours on it pretty much when it blew up, guys. With 13.5 horsepower Briggs that come on it. It made it to 950 some hours before it blew up, and it was probably really my fault. I kept working it and working it and working it, and I cut it off and left for dinner. And when I went back to it, it had seized up, which I'd noticed it was down on power. It wasn't running right, but that's all right. We got this Predator in here, and we're going to see how it does. So far, so good. I've got the 2-foot bucket on it right now because I was covering up water line the other day, and this bucket works really good. The grading bucket to clean the grass up and rake the dirt back in the ditch. You get it all that way, so that works really good. The hose Hackenberg sent me, it went on, bolted on perfect. It works great. Not had a problem with that. This, I talked about it earlier in the video, I think, that the lid had too much rubber under it and it was sealing so tight. So I changed it. I took the one out of the Briggs and Stratton lid and put in here, and it don't seem as tight, but it's still pretty tight. So anyway, what else can we go to? I'm gonna pull this. I think I am gonna pull this and look and make sure that that line isn't leaking. And then these screws need to really be put back in and tightened up. I didn't have them tightened up. And this one over here was almost all the way out the other day. So they need to be tightened up with a wrench. But you can't tighten them too tight because they'll break off. So, and we have the lady coming for some fire ants today. We have recently acquired fire ants here on the farm. Listen to me, I can't even talk. But she is coming down to check on them, and one of my friends has some at his house, and I told him we'd get them treated because don't need those things around. So I've got to meet her here in a little while, but figured I'd do this video right quick and let you guys know that this ain't a whole lot going on around. It's been very slow, and that is not working for me at all for some reason. So guys, let me know in the comments too on this video if you watch it and you don't care. Let me know in the comments when will be a good time to do a live for everyone that really likes to watch the channel. I'd like to talk with you all about where the channel may go in the future and see what you all think about a few different things. So, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to answer everyone's comments. I always do try to answer comments. And let's see what this jewel looks like. I don't see no oil, so that looks good. Right there's the new line, and I don't see it leaking anything, so that's a good thing. So I'll put that back on, tighten it up with a wrench so that it ain't vibrating loose and coming off and all that goody goody. These bolts have just about come plumb out of it the other day. The canopy, by the way, guys, has really held up. I'm super proud of that. Looks very good on both sides of it. I never did spray it with paint, which I should have done already, because as you see there, it's starting to rust. But that's okay. It all seems to be holding up well, good and sturdy. I think that's what it needed the first time it was reworked, and it probably would still be good to go. But, you know, we was in a big far rush hurry to get it on there and get everything fixed up because I don't like the way it looks without it. So far though, guys, we got a thumbs up there. He done a good job on that, and I appreciate it. Big shout out to him. That's the B of B&M. He's been a lot of help to me on this, on different things, and especially fixing that. That was a real big help. He come up and helped me put the engine in it, helped me get everything together for that. He actually took me to get the engine, so that was real nice. And big shout out to him. I appreciate him a lot. That really helps out to have a little helping hand. So, but anyway, guys, if you watched the video, let me know in the comments what you think about a live. When would be a good time to do it, and put it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to y'all then, whenever the live will be. A little bit about where the channel could go, or where the channel is going, and what kind of perks it may offer, and all that goody. But you guys stay tuned in for that live, and stay tuned in for this. You'll probably see bits and pieces of it. I mean, I ain't going to do no full video, but you'll probably see bits and pieces of it as it gets done. And there'll be a video up sometime toward the end of August, maybe after Labor Day. Maybe on Labor Day, who knows. But you'll get to see a video of this thing, hopefully, if it's done by them pulling. Which I'm going to video that event because the train will be there. So I will be videoing that event anyway. But it's going to be fun. Stay tuned in, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.